Welcome back to Harvard. Golf Magazine's reporting that the president has a plaque in his golf club in West Palm Beach stating that he won the club's annual golf championship last year, although he never actually played in that tournament. Multiple sources told the magazine the president joked to the actual champion, Ted Virtue, quote, "The only reason you won is because I couldn't play," close quote. The president golfed at that course, Trump International, 47 times in 2018, according to NBC News. Trump then proposed a 9-hole challenge match to Virtue. Winner takes the title. The president won, and according to the magazine, said, "This isn't fair. We'll be co-champions." Well, the White House has not responded to NBC's request for a comment on this story. I'm joined right now by Washington Post columnist Dana Milbank and David K. Johnston, Trump biographer and author of It's Even Worse Than You Think. Is it worse than this, David, putting up these plaques to yourself? I mean, we always kid about kids in, like, Little League and stuff all needing a trophy. This needs trophy that says, "I won it all." He still needs it. Your thoughts?
This is pathetic, and it tells you a lot about what an empty vessel Donald is. And, you know, at 19 of his properties, he has plaques up of awards he gave himself from a phony hospitality system run by his pal, the mobbed-up Joey No Socks, who MCs at Mar-a-Lago every year. I mean, who gives an award to themselves? It's bad enough when we try to give children awards for showing up. But giving an award to yourself, the only word to describe it is pathetic.
Well, what do you make of it, Dan? Because nobody does it better than you. I just think that, as somebody said, that Jane Schakowsky, the congresswoman from the North Shore of Chicago, she pointed out tonight he has some big vacuum in him, in his soul, I guess, that has to be filled up regularly and relentlessly with this BS stuff about how great he is.
Yeah, he has this insatiable need for support, for people to affirm him, to believe in him. Do you remember a year ago when the Democrats didn't stand up and applaud at the State of the Union? He said that was treason. So you can get an idea of just what he needs. So, but I'm actually kind of happy that he's doing this, giving himself the trophy here. He's not getting the trophies from North Korea. He's not getting it from the economy. He's not getting it from the border wall. We don't want him to be desperate because he does have a very large...
It's better for Americans.
He has a large button. So if this is what it's going to take, let's all applaud him. Let us give him trophies, and let's move on. Well,
Trump boasted about his golf skills throughout the 2016 campaign. Let's watch him in action.
I like to play golf. You know, I'm a good golfer, believe it or not. People are shocked. People are shocked. But let me... Sorry, I should play Obama for the presidency. I'll do it.
Hey, I've won a lot over my life. I even won a lot of club championships. That's good, right?
My hands, look at these hands. These hands hit a golf ball 285 yards. Look at these hands.
Who's the best golfer in the room? Anybody know? Who is club champion here? Club champ. Who's the club champ? I want to fight them. I want to beat them.
That's absolutely false. I win at golf. I win at golf. That I can tell you.
Well, that reporter is referring to this Washington Post article itself, which quotes sports writer Rick Riley on Trump. When it comes to cheating, he's an 11 on a scale of 1 to 10. Let me go back to David on this whole question. You know, it reminds me, I like golf. It's like Brett Kavanaugh. I like beer. I like beer. I mean, give me a break. Why does he have to keep saying that? I mean, does that help him with Republican voters? I mean, Kennedy used to hide the fact he played golf. I don't think Obama played up that much, but he seems, is it a statement of success, golf? Is that something about the guy? I own a golf course. I play golf. It's a status symbol for Trump.
He's trying to establish that he's been accepted, and he knows he's not by a large segment of the population. It's the same reason he's desperate for the approval of the New York Times. And Donald, by the way, is a notorious tax cheat. Rick Riley got that thing exactly right. I've interviewed people who play golf with him. They've described him taking 3, 4, 5 mulligans at a time and putting down this, having put down in the scorecard, you know, that he got this and that. And so all these things Donald says are just untrue. But, you know, there'd be an easy way to test this. Why doesn't Donald just invite a television news crew to follow him through 18 holes?
Well, I don't think that's likely to happen.
I don't
think
either.
So. This is sort of a metaphor, like, for how he governs. He is a good golfer. He doesn't need to cheat, but he does it anyway. He takes, as David was suggesting, these things called floating mulligans. Whenever he wants,
A mulligan
he hits
is
a
when they
bad
say
ball.
the drive didn't count.
The idea is you count the shot, but he just throws them all away at the end, and then he says, you know, I hit for par. My handicap is at scratch. You can't do both things. You can't throw away all your bad shots and then claim you've had a perfect round.
Can you imagine him writing a biography of his presidency? Although a lot of people are buying it. 46% at last count think he's doing great. Anyway, Dana Milbank, thank you, David K. Johnston. Up next, when asked about whether President Trump should be impeached, Speaker Pelosi says he's just not worth it. But does Congress have a duty here, my thought, to the Constitution of America? We'll be right back.